The first driver I'd like to introduce to you today, driving the world's largest rep rod. It is a 1934 Ford sedan, sponsored by Boostline Products, Performance Plus, and Awesome Racewear. From Santa Cruz, California, let's raise the roof for Willie Crash and California Kid. You'll swear you've seen this truck before. Optima batteries, Comedic gaskets, and driven racing oil brings us a legendary 1952 Chevy panel truck from Kitsap County Correctional Facility. It is the black and green destruction machine of Gavin Sal and identity theft.
I like that.
Coming up next, it is the rookie, the young gun looking to make a name for himself in his first day in competition. Drive the 2008 Chevy Silverado, sponsored by Milodon, Dart Engine Components, and Permatex. From Hokey Pokey, Arizona, he's looking to turn himself around. It's Joe Briggs in Reverse Racer. Coming up next, it's the deadliest creature from the Outback. He's sponsored by ARP Fasteners, TSI Transmissions, and JE Pistons. He comes from Adelaide, Australia. He is Nick Jones and Spitfire. Coming up next, it is the reigning champion of the Malicious Monster Truck Tour, sponsored by Safety Clean, Miller Welders, and FK Rod Ends. From Port Orchard, Washington, let's get loud for your reigning champion, Phil Payne and Rockstar! Last but certainly not least, you've seen this truck on TV, now you get to see him perform live in the awesome 1972 Chevy, sponsored by Epidemio Construction, Bill Rowdy and Al's Upholstery. From Lower Lake, California, let's make some noise for Donald Epidemio and Titan! 8,
5
He's still got one more hit left to go. California Kid heads on back to the pits. Unfortunate breakage for California Kid. The scores are now locked in. 3 points for California Kid. That is the score. Coming up next, it's time for Gavin Sal and Identity Theft. Mission Bank Monster Truck Freestyle. Currently, California Kid leads with a 23-point score.
fuck are you standing right there, you
Gonna
stupid
show why
snitch?
he's the
Come on.
world's best backwards driver. Let's get loud for Joe Briggs and Reverse Racer.
Still, fuck me anyway.
We saw the truck have some mechanical issues earlier. Your final competitor in competition, it's Donald Epidindio in Titan! This going to be is the 26 from Rockstar. Your scores for Titan are now locked in. We have ourselves an 8, and an 8. 8's across the board, a 24-point score for Titan. That puts him into third place. That means your monster truck best trick winner is Rockstar.
It is Megasaurus. You hear it.
And now, Megasaurus. Not so long ago, on a peaceful island, lived a colony of people whose lives were disrupted by animal mutations in the form of gigantic man-eating creatures. These creatures stood 25 feet tall and weighed over 10,000 pounds. They had evidently evolved from the Jurassic Age and laid dormant for millions of years and were somehow revived. Researchers theorized that this rebirth was triggered by early testing of atomic bombs and radioactive fallout. This was a peace-loving community, so weapons allowed on the island were no match against the gigantic carnivorous creatures. With no time to spare, the island leaders quickly commissioned their scientists and engineers to come up with a solution to eliminate these deadly man-eaters. This was to be no easy task, considering the limited resources available on the island. At one time, a sunken Navy transport ship was discovered offshore in shallow waters. In the hull, numerous old military vehicles were found. This discovery would prove to be just what was needed. Plans were drawn, and the construction began. Realizing that they needed something that possessed superior strength, the engineers began the task of constructing 2 power monsters. The metal marvels began to take shape, and after long hours and hard work, Megasaurus and Transaurus were born. These mechanical beasts stood over 3 stories tall and weighed 50,000 pounds. 1,000 feet of veins and arteries fed their mechanical hearts, pumping at 50 gallons per minute. Their blood pressure exceeded 2,500 pounds per square inch, giving them 5 tons of crushing force in each of their mammoth claws. They could lift 30,000 pounds to their gigantic mouths, their massive jaws attaining 15,000 pounds of biting force. To ensure total destruction, each power monster was equipped with 200,000 BTUs of burning power. Once tested, they were then sent out to search for and destroy the other mutations before any
It's delicious. I don't want any fucking Fago. You're the Fago.
Chassis, they were not only power monsters, but also all-terrain vehicles, giving them the ability to go anywhere. They had no problem going
My
deep
commentary
into the
for the
brush
day.
and finding their prey.
Shit.
Once their enemy was discovered, they would transform and then attack, destroying the menacing mutations. It wasn't long until the creatures were all destroyed,
Whoa.
and the power monster's work was done. Many years later, a passing freighter anchored
This one
nearby
isn't
the island,
nearly as cool as
made its critical
Arctagon or whatever
captain
it's
put
called.
ashore. The
That one's
captain
really
discovered
cool.
the rustic power monsters
Way
in the
cooler than
woods.
this one.
He was so intrigued by these
Arctagon's so
machines
cool that
he traded
you have
for
to
them
pre-cut
and
the
brought
car
them back
before
to
you
the
carry it
United
out.
States. After months of careful restoration, he put them on tour so that everyone could see these gigantic mechanical marvels. To demonstrate their awesome power without endangering anyone, he decided to have them eat and destroy junk cars. So now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brace
Nom, nom,
yourself
nom.
for Megasaurus.
Yay. Excitement for all. Time for pound cake. Yummy pound cake. Oh, happy. Bonkers.
truck fans, if you want to see your special presentation from MMI Services and Valley Equipment Megasaurus rip this car in half, you're going to have to give them some mega noise!
Don't do that again, please. Please.
As your special presentation from MMI Services and Valley Equipment, Megasaurus goes back into hibernation. One more time, let's give them some mega noise!
This is the slop. What a mess.
right there, winning by less than half of a tire, Bill Payne and Rockstar, your monster truck racing competition winner. Right now, we're getting ready for the pinnacle of... Coming up, your first competitor up. It is time for Gavin Sal and Identity Theft. 90 seconds on the clock. Let's try. It's Willie Crash in California Kid! Freestyle performance, it's Joe Briggs in Reverse Racer! Making his freestyle debut right here, right now. 24 is the score to me. crash to get this truck back together. A transmission swap in 20 minutes just for you fans. Let's make some noise for Nick Jones and Spitfire. He just completed a 3-hour time. Spitfire ties with Kelly King for the lead as we get ready for Bill Payne and Rockstar. Currently he's 2 for 2. Can he go 3 for 3? Unfortunate for Rockstar, not filling the 90-second clock. It was short, but it was sweet. The scores for Rockstar. We have ourselves a tie of 5.
circuit probably a decade.
The scores for Titan are locked in. We have ourselves a 9, and a 10. A 28-point score. Your freestyle winner, Donald Epidemio and Titan. Donald Epidemio and Titan picks up the freestyle win right there with a 28-point score. Talk about throwing it down. Monster Truck fans, we want to thank you all for joining us here on Saturday afternoon. Don't forget, Monster Truck Rides.
It's over. That was sick.
To ride on a real
One
Monster
more.
Truck. And coming up in just a few short moments,